Miley Cyrus should be out there about now doing her thing as Grant Park is full tonight. Music and lights for the first time for Lollapalooza in 2 years.
There are the blue lights. Maybe she's taking the stage, but I'm sure when he zooms in, you'll see the massive crowds. We'll continue to show you pictures. But could Lollapalooza be the last big event of the summer?
There is concern tonight that the consequences of the big festival could ruin the fun for the rest of us.
Anthony Ponce is at the live desk with more on that. Anthony.
Yes, the big question on a lot of people's minds, are we about to enter another cycle of cancellations of large-scale public events? A pair of announcements tonight may indicate that Chicago is headed in that direction if this Delta variant continues to spread.
We're seeing a variant that is much more contagious, much more transmissible from person to person. And we know that those that are completely unvaccinated are wholly vulnerable to severe disease, hospitalization, and even death.
The Delta variant is why Howard Brown Health announced its decision to not participate in Chicago Pride or its parade scheduled for October 3rd.
Well, this is a very difficult decision for our executive leadership to make. It came from a place of knowing what, as a health system or health center, we need to sort of, what kind of example at the health center we need to set.
Dr. Hazra is an infectious disease physician with Howard Brown Health. He says that Chicago's vaccination rate of about 50% is still way too low for the center to participate in large-scale public events, and that more people need to get vaccinated.
The most important to keep in mind is a virus that can't replicate, can't mutate. And so the only way that we can stop the sort of ongoing course of these variants that we keep seeing is by stopping the replication.
Another cancellation announced today, the Taste of River North, which was supposed to happen in late August. Today, organizers pulled the plug, saying many River North restaurants would love to participate, but their depleted resources are understandably dedicated to keeping their businesses up and running as best they can. Trying to accommodate a large public event is just not possible at this time. While the River North announcement didn't directly mention this Delta variant, it's certainly not unrelated to the pandemic and the need to keep restaurants running at full staff and avoid outbreaks at those facilities as they continue to try to recover from a very tough year. Organizers of the Taste urging Chicagoans, though, to continue to patronize neighborhood restaurants.